Hi Pisces, and welcome to your reading. Okay, what does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces... Dang, Pisces, okay. Excuse me, real quick. Alright, now you already know I don't want to see the cards before I place them. Okay, Spirit. Definitely doing too much. Okay, let's see. This is main or side? Side message that you need to know. Main. Where? Okay, it's in the side message. Wait. Where? This is... Don't need to know. Okay. Not it. Try the next one. Wait. Yeah, they said it's option 3, apparently. Being lit. Wait. This is... So it's main or side? Main, okay. Not it. This is... Wait, main or side? Side. Option 2. And the rest, don't need to know. Okay, and I've been saying it since I started. I'm not doing side messages until the beginning of August. And guess what, Pisces? We are now in August. So these down here are part of your side message, but I'm not going to get into this until I finish with the main spread. That being said, let's see what we have. The 9 of water, 5 of water, 2 of fire, Ace of earth, the crown, 7 of air, the maiden, and 10 of earth. Yeah, I do like the spread for you, Pisces, but overall it feels like someone's being a little bit indecisive. So just off the bat, I can't tell if it's you or not, or if someone's indecisiveness is affecting you. So let's just see. Your current energy, you're moving in the 9 of water. I'm hearing you're embracing yourself, your true passion, acknowledging your intuition, So if you were ignoring your intuition in the past, you're not doing that anymore. And the way this is coming off, you're trusting more in your higher power. What they say, whoever you identify as your higher power, whether it be God, the universe, spirit, Allah, it's like you're hearing their words more clearly, you're feeling their presence. And instead of denying it or shying away from it, you're embracing it, accepting it, even during times you don't fully understand of what's going on around you. You're still going within and moving off of faith that you are capable of making the best decision for you in the present moment based on the energy that you carry, your intuition, how you feel about the situation in the present moment, and what your higher power is saying to you regarding the situation at any given moment. Now, as far as the energy in your environment, you have the Five of Water. You feel the Five of Water is someone playing the victim or suffering and grief. But the way it's coming off, someone's playing the victim in your environment, but it's not you. Whoever it is, they may not be coming off as victim or playing the victim because, in a sense, on the way they're doing it, it's more like they're guilt tripping you. Even if you're right, regardless of whether you're right or wrong about whatever they're trying to make you feel guilty about, they are doing whatever they can, but it's coming off more as emotional manipulation to guilt trip you into taking pity on them, having mercy on them. For some of you, even forgiving them. So again, whether you're right or wrong in the situation, they're trying to use their own emotions of how you feel about the situation against you. They're trying to however their decision impacted them, whether you had a fight, argument, disagreement, they made a piss poor decision they shouldn't have done, they're using how life turned out for them as a weapon against you to make you feel bad and pity them. Or if there's possibly something you said or did that they perceive as hurtful or trying to make you feel like you're wrong in a situation, they are going to use your words, they're going to use your actions against you to make you feel guilty, just to get your love, attention, support, or to creep back into your life. Okay, now this sometimes happens. You have the Two of Fire, but it's not showing up as a strength or weakness. It's teetering back and forth between a strength and it's teetering back and forth between a strength and a weakness. I'm hearing depending on your mindset of the day. You feel the Two of Fire is the coming together of two separate ideas to become one. Building off of your intention, but how's this coming off for you, Pisces? It's more of You're indecisive. How you view things, I'm just going to say it how Spirit has given it to me. How you view things is how you view things. How somebody else or how somebody else or even a group of people view things is how they view it. Y'all are not seeing eye to eye, and you have no intention of... You have no intention of bringing shit back together. You have no intention of having a compromise. Which is strange, because usually that would be with not with fire, but with air. But for you, it speaks to whatever this is. You and the other person are both passionate about the situation. And it comes off as, where's the strength? All right, where's the strength at? If someone's probably trying to approach you to merge your way of thinking with theirs, so both you can find a common ground, but you don't want to fucking do that. That's where it's showing up for you, the strength at. But it's over here in the reverse aspect of the card, where you don't want to. You have your reasons for standing your ground and staying separate, but worth showing up as a weakness is that you're giving into temptation just to get it over and done with. You're right, I was wrong, let's come. Instead of merging your way of thinking or your viewpoint with theirs for a better, more clear understanding, an idea of how to move forward in a situation. Sorry, not idea, but passion and drive to move forward in situations. Like, they're taking over their chain of thought, their perspective, their viewpoints, overriding yours. And that's where it shows up as a weakness, just to get, if there's fighting involved, whether it be verbal, or even if you just want them to stop, leave you the fuck alone and give you some peace for like half a second, instead of playing on your emotions every 5 to 10 minutes. This shows up as a weakness for you, because you're letting their way, their passionate side, however they want to phrase the situation, you're letting them override what you feel and what you believe, and you agree to move forward with them, even though that's not in your best interest. Because that's not where your heart lies, that's not where your passion is, you don't have the motivation to see things through if you two were actually come together. Okay. Alright, sorry about that, Pisces. Now, what you have for your present moment, the energy for your present moment, you have the Ace of Earth. So, now I see where there's a little bit of indecisiveness at. Because with the Ace of Earth in your present moment, you're having a brand new beginning, but on a clear, more solid foundation, with healthy boundaries to which you and another person can agree upon. But at the same time, I honestly, with what I'm getting, it does not feel like it's gonna last. Because what Spirit over here showing me is that you're planting the seed, trying to grow. Excuse my cat in the background. She wants some attention. With what spirit though you're showing me, planting a seed in the ground, waiting for it to grow, by the same time, how can you start over, plant something new, and expect healthy fruit to grow from it when the soil itself is rotten and undesirable, not the place where you can expect anything to grow healthily, more like sickly and diseased. Basically, in the present moment, you yourself may have this starting over energy with trying to set some healthy boundaries, have a healthier relationship than what you had in the past. And it also comes across that you know it's a great risk to do so. But with what Spirit is showing me is that even if it starts out good or you think it's going good, it's not going to last. You are going to see at some point in time the breakdown of the relationship. You're going to see the breakdown of the connection, possibly even violation of boundaries, where you're forced to stand your ground. But anyway, based on the current energy that came so far, there is one of 3 different paths or courses of action you can take based on the current energy coming up. The first being the Crone. Okay, yeah, this is where the indecisiveness is, and I should have seen this coming for your reading. Alright, if you resonate with this card, because honestly I'm picking up 2 different ways this can play out for you, Pisces. Some of you can lean towards one way, towards the Crone, whereas the other few can lean the other way, where the Crone is usually also known as the elderly woman, sometimes a grandmother in the family, and you know how grandmothers have a tendency to spoil their grandchildren or disregard the rules of the parents. That type of energy is also coming for you, Pisces, and some of you may fall into that category. But the vast majority of you are coming up somewhere in the middle, where you're again tottering back and forth between the Crone, who is a strong elderly woman, independent. She goes against the rules that are supposedly placed on her. She doesn't abide by the typical norms of society. Basically meaning, say for example, if this person that you don't necessarily want to come back and have a reunion or reconnection with, or come to common ground with, say they were typically they're your parents. Some people say, oh, that's your parent, you're always supposed to respect them, give them courtesy, they're the ones who raised you, they birthed you. Some people even go as far as to say, oh, you owe them a good life. But for those of you that move in the Crone energy, you acknowledge your parent as your parent. You will always love and respect them for how they raised you, the work they put into taking care of you. At the same time, you're a grown-ass adult. You're not going to allow for certain treatment. You're not going to allow for them to be talking to you a certain way because you're not a kid anymore. And that would be the Crone aspect of you showing up, in a sense. That's not typical behavior, no matter how old you get, for a child to be that way or have that kind of mindset when it comes to your parent. And the same thing can apply to any given situation you may be going through, because I don't use that as an example. This could be a friend you're dealing with, a family member you're dealing with, or even if you're an employee and you're going through a similar situation with either a co-worker or your supervisor. You're going against the grain in some way, shape, or form, pushing back against not so much as pushing back against the rules, you're just not abiding by all of them. or staying within the supposed limits. Because in some way, shape, or form, they're imposing on you, they're restricting on you, and they don't work out to your benefit. They don't allow you to express yourself freely, and you're not going to stand for that. Now, again, that's some of you, whereas others of you fall more into the elderly grandmother energy that spoils and overextends. For some of you, Pisces, that speaks to if you do deal with this person, it's not so much as you're coming to a common ground with them. It's more of you're giving them their way. You're right, I was wrong, and you're disregarding the safety of your own boundaries. Even if there is someone outside of you too that's saying, no, this is not going to fly in front of me, you shouldn't be saying that, you shouldn't be doing that. The person that's actually standing up for you, you're going to shut them down and give this other person their way, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to deal with them. Yeah, at the end of the day, you have to deal with them more long term. Now, like I said before, some of you go one way, others of you go the other. But from what I'm getting, a vast majority of you are falling somewhere in the middle, where you're teetering, tottering back and forth between the strong, independent crone energy and the elderly grandma disregarding the fucking rules energy. Some days you're the crone, others you're, for lack of better words, the enabler. And I will say this, because I'm also picking up on it as well, it is causing a little bit of confusion. Not just for yourself, but for other people around you. Not for the person you're having conflict with, but the people that's outside looking in. If there are people around you. Okay. The next path or course of action is you have the 7 of air. You're not dealing with the bullshit. Now, this usually speaks to someone believing their own right, but this usually speaks to someone believing their own lies, twisting the truth for their benefit, either using their higher power or source of information in a manipulative way to gain some sort of advantage. But this speaks more to how you're handling that, and you're not. Yeah, I'm hearing you're not one for the bullshit. You know full well the game that's being played with you. I'm hearing you're not being taken advantage anymore. You may even be putting somebody in their place and shutting them down. Any misinformation that's being fed to you, you're calling bullshit and citing accurate information. So again, if someone's trying to manipulate you, things that you said or things that you've done in the past, and guilt trip you, because that's what I picked up on earlier, you're calling them out on their bullshit. And if you're speaking to how they're twisting the information, if you're using what you said or what you did out of context, you're reminding them of what exactly happened, why it is you said what you did, why it is you said what you said, why it is you did what you did, and how you intended it to come out. Yeah, some of y'all even may use the word gaslighting, that you're not going to gaslight me anymore. Now, for the last path or course of action you can take, you have the Maiden. Maiden is usually someone who's young, beautiful, optimistic, new to the experiences of life, but at the same time, she is taking a journey all on her own. Now, regardless of whether you're male or female, I should have said that with the Crone too. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. You may be heading out in a new direction. Oh shit, bye Felicia. Spirit got jokes. Spirit got jokes. You may be heading out on a new way, meeting new people and seeing new places, but at the end of the day, you may be letting go of certain ties that you know are going to slow you down in your progress. So whoever this person may be in your life, regarding the role they play in your life, parent, friend, other family member, if they're a co-worker, even if they're your supervisor, for lack of better words, you may be giving them the middle finger, telling them to go to hell and leaving them in your dust. Now, if this is a supervisor, I don't see you doing it publicly or privately, but Spirit is showing me it's like you know how when you see two people that don't fuck with each other like that, they both are aware that you don't fuck with them, but in their own way they give small signs to each other that we don't deal with each other like that, and the rest of the room is aware of the situation, just nobody else talks about it. If this is a supervisor, you may be doing something similar where you're not embarrassing the person publicly or privately. It's just that there are small, subtle, for some of you, not so subtle, that y'all don't deal with each other. You may be my supervisor, I may be your subordinate, but you're not going to treat me any kind of way. You're not going to look down on me. You're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to give me any extra bullshit just because you think you're above me. Okay. And you do this. I do see you doing it in a respectful manner, but now, if that isn't the situation, like if this isn't the supervisor, whoever this person is in your life, you're leaving them behind because you may feel like you've outgrown them. You've learned the lessons that you need to learn from them. They no longer fit the journey you are taking. But you are leaving them exactly where you found them and journeying off to find somebody new, somebody better, somebody that can uplift you and support you, not hold you back and plan on your insecurities. Now, whether it be the first, second, or third, no matter what path or course of action you take, what you can expect over the upcoming weeks, you have the 10 of Earth, and you are definitely feeling yourself. For some of you, you may be feeling like a brand new woman, a brand new man. If you was wearing a potato sack, you still feel like you're on 1,000%. You are happy, you are glowing, you seeing, appreciating, and acknowledging your worth. You know you deserve better. You're treating yourself better. I'm hearing, for some of you, mini vacation just because you know you can. But you're not being reckless or impulsive. You're just holding yourself to a higher standard and expecting others to do the same. I mean, also, you may also be choosing your friends more wisely. If you're going to take a risk on somebody and allow them in your inner circle, is the way it's coming off. If you were to meet somebody new, if we were to make a new friend, if you were to find a new romantic partner, you're taking the time to check them out first, make sure they meet your criteria, meet your standards. And treat you what you're worth. So far, this is a nice reading for you, Pisces. A little rocky at first with indecisiveness, and still with one of your past, you are still being a little bit indecisive of which way you're going to go and how you're going to treat and tolerate this person in your life. Okay, let's clarify for Pisces, please. Let's fly. Anything else? Oh wait, no, that's all. Okay. Great, and nothing fell on the floor this time. Wait. Side message? Not it. This one's side message. This is, wait, earth, water, air, water. Okay, which one? Thank you. Not it. Wait, take this. This is okay, so let's see. With the 9 of water, you have wisdom. And it's funny because I didn't mention it earlier when I was speaking about the crone. Alright, wisdom is different than knowledge in the sense of wisdom is having knowledge and knowing how to use it. Wisdom is basically having knowledge, knowing when and how to apply it to a certain situation and when not. Basically timing it just right, boss. But what I like about this card as well is sometimes it also speaks to someone entering your life or someone who plays a position in your life where they offer you wisdom in times of need. Now I said with the 9 of water, you're listening to your intuition more, having more faith and trust in your higher self and your higher power, but at the same time, for you'd be teetering back and forth about this person and how you're going to handle them. Sometimes what does happen is that when a message is not coming through, either from our higher power or even from our own intuition, there's usually somebody in your life that gives you the bits of information that you're missing or that you need. Someone who will coach you and guide you and provide you with the wisdom, like basically confirming something that you already know, or teaching you a new way of applying information that you didn't know you need. And honestly, Pisces, based again on the indecisiveness and your willingness to give this person their way just to get them to leave you the fuck alone or shut the fuck up, if your higher power is having somebody that's currently in your life, if there's some, alright, correction, in the words of spirit, for some of you, there may be somebody in your life that you usually speak to for counsel and wisdom, but instead of them going to you, they may be speaking up more than you're used to, like someone who typically remains silent in a given situation and let you handle it how you see fit. They may be speaking up more in your defense and talking to you behind closed doors on how you should be handling a situation or what you shouldn't be giving into. However, for those of you who don't have a person in your life like this, You may be receiving signs and messages from your higher power. For you, it may seem subtle, but you may have already made the connections between that subtle clue or information and making the connection between the situation you're going to. You either haven't had the time or the confidence to apply it, meaning you didn't act on what you see or heard or what you already know or what's already been confirmed for you. Anyway, with the Two of Fire, it's clarified by triumphant success. With the blue border, this is a mental card. I'm hearing you will be victorious, you will succeed and overcome, but you need to be able to stand your ground. Okay, I get it. Because I did say with the Two of Fires, you teeter back and forth between this being a strength and a weakness. Spirit is saying that you can basically turn this into a full-fledged strength, but you have to be willing to stand your ground and remain committed to what you know to be a fact. I'm hearing victory isn't won by giving in to your oppressor. It's done by challenging them on their belief. Making sense of a situation. Demanding equal treatment and fair justice. Alright, so even if you feel the desire or the need to give in to what they're saying or just to let them have their way, or admit that their version of the story is true, even though you know that they're dead wrong, or that the 100% of fault does not fall on you, Spirit is saying to stand your ground, hold your ground. Don't waver just because it'll make something easier. Fight for what you know is right and what is fair, and you will be victorious. The Ace of Earth, clarified by the throat chakra. Considering you had to have that encouragement and hearing reinforcement, it's understandable how you also have throat chakra clarifying the Ace of Earth, because this too is not so much as confirmation but more of encouragement and advice and guidance. The throat chakra speaks to speaking your truth, speaking your mind, self-expression, and just being more vocal about what it is you want, what it is you're thinking, what it is you feel, just to be more vocal and self-expressive. And honestly, Pisces, it doesn't come across like you're doing that even without the throat chakra. Like, if you were to make boundaries, like I said, there's going to be pushback and they may not last, but with throat chakra here, Spirit is encouraging you to speak your mind, set your boundaries with clear intention. You don't need to be forceful or demanding, but to say what it is you desire and stick to them. Have the courage to express yourself freely, like, no, this isn't right. I'm also hearing communicate your wants and needs and come to a common ground. So again, with this person that you're teetering back and forth with, if you don't have an equal give and take relationship where you're accustomed to them taking more than you're receiving, if you're accustomed to them taking more than you're willing to give, or they're not reciprocating the same energy, because I'm also seeing that like someone standing with their arms crossed, listening to what the other person has to say, but the other person, they have their head down, mumbling in a low voice. Now, I'm not saying that's you, Pisces, that you're the one that you're mumbling or shy or timid in any way when it comes to this person, just that you're not quick or maybe even uncomfortable for you to set some restrictions on this person, or even ask for equal treatment for them to give a little more than what they take. But for some of you, you may also be Spirit is also advising and encouraging for you to do that as well. Like, communicate your boundaries, stand by them, and if you need more than what you're currently getting because it's not enough and you see that you're giving more than you're receiving, it's not a crime to say what it is you need from the other person, even if it makes you uncomfortable. Now with the crone here, it's being clarified by deception and envy. So if you resonated with this path and course of action, you may want to use your power of discernment to know when somebody's calling your bluff, or if they have a hidden agenda. Because I keep on hearing it over and over and over and over again the more I hold this card. You think you're getting your way, but actually I'm getting mine, with deception. With deception and envy. Now with this card's blue border, so this card is mental. So regardless of which way you resonate with this card, if you're moving in the crone energy, if you're moving with the enabling grandmother energy, or mixed between the two, strongly more with the mix between the two. The person you're dealing with, they have it set in their head that no matter what you choose to do or say, they're still going to prevail. They're still going to get what they want out of you or from you. If you know that you're enabling their behavior because you have to deal with them long term, there's not much they have to do. But if you dare switch over to the crone energy, where you give some pushback, go against the grain, either stand in your power and move away from what it is this person wants or what it is they say, or even call them out on their bullshit, like how they're trying to restrict you, again, they have no problem manipulating the situation to their own benefit. Gaslighting you, emotionally manipulating you, trying to use your own words, thoughts, and behaviors against you, saying, and yeah, this is where it's coming. This is where it's coming up, where they're playing the victim. Like, how am I oppressing you when you're denying me? Are you kidding me? This person, whoever it is, they are slick. It's coming across where they will turn any situation around on you to their benefit if you dare try to stand in your power or stand up against them or call them out in any way, shape, or form. If you try to separate yourself even from the slightest, they will twist the facts. They will deceive you any way, shape possible, having you believe in their bullshit is actually the God-given truth, and it's not. And again, you may have somebody or even multiple people on the outside looking in like, this shit is not okay. But because you're so used to it, you may be falling for it, or two, if you're not falling for it, you're telling people looking in to leave you the fuck alone, because at the end of the day, you understand you have to deal with this person long term. But if they try to help, they're just going to make the situation worse. I was going to say something else, but you know what, Pisces, I don't know your situation. Everybody has their own different situation. I just don't like reading energy like that, where a person is willing to lie, manipulate, cheat, steal, deceive, and they know they're wrong for it, but they're willing to do it just to get their way. I don't like reading energy like that. And again, I can't tell you what to do, Pisces. I was gonna say it, but you know what? I don't know your situation. I'm not going to assume, because all of y'all have a different story going on. Now, with the Seven of Air is clarified by patience. So if you resonate with this, path or course of action, like I said, you're gonna be calling them out on their bullshit. You're not gonna gaslight. You're not gonna manipulate. You're not gonna hold this over my head anymore. You're not gonna twist the facts. You're not. But it's also having patience. And honestly, this does make sense. Because Pisces, if you've gotten to the point where you had enough, and some of you may have gotten to the point, or if you're not close to it already, where you've had enough, and you're ready to have a full-on outburst with this person, throwing everything they said or did in your face, that may not work in your favor. Because again, if the energy I read for when I was clarifying the crone, if that is what you're dealing with, Pisces, patience is required to prevail. Think carefully before you speak. Remember, they may have already had an opportunity to know what you're going to say, what you're going to use against them, and how to twist it, and how to twist it back around on you. Have patience with yourself in this given situation. Take time to think and choose your words carefully. Don't just... I'm also hearing take the time you need to back up what you say. So if you know something, so if they're lying about a situation and they have and they're claiming they have proof they're telling truth, they're claiming their version is the best way or the right way or accurate, and you're pulling shit out of your ass, make sure you have your own proof of the situation that backs up what you say, because this person will lie through their teeth. Have the patience to make sure you have the time to back up what it is you say and leave no room for doubt. If you're going to challenge them on what they say or do, don't just speak about how it impacts yourself, but how it has impacted others. So again, if there's other people around you that already are familiar with this person, the shit that they, and if they put up with half as much as you're going through with this, I'm not saying you have to recruit them for assistance or help. But if you are aware of how this person is with other people, and you can also use them as a reference, like bring them up in the situation, take the time to do that if you need to. Or if you know they support you in what you're saying or what you're saying, by all means. But just make sure you're sufficiently prepared before you go up against this person when standing your ground against them. The same with the Two of Fire and turning it into your strength. If you're going to go up against them, because I didn't pick it up for your strength and weakness card, where you're tempted to just give them their way and let them tell their version, and Spirit's advising you to stand your ground. Don't give in to their way just because it's easier. Also ties into that as well. Make sure you are sufficiently prepared on anything you are challenging them on. When you're standing your ground, make sure you stay committed to what it is you truly believe or what it is you truly want. Okay, now as for your side message. As for your side message, you have the 4 of Fire, 10 of Air, journey, and emotional withdrawal. Now this is interesting. I'm hearing you're dead set and determined to make a change, going through a transformation. Going through a transformation with a better outlook. You see road A and road B. No doubt about it. You're taking the better choice, not the one that's full of danger. Not the one that's full of danger, mischief, and chaos, but the one that's safer, more thought out, and allows you to see ahead to your future. And I like this side message for you because I partially skipped over it because I was trying to see what exactly Spirit was showing me at the same time. It's like there's people at your back, or if you're talking, whispering, and judging, but you have your back to them. You are like a few steps ahead of them. They're mumbling behind your back, or if you're talking their shit, but you're not giving them time of day. You're not giving them attention. You don't care what people say. So because you're dead set and focused on heading out in a new direction. You don't care what somebody else has to say about it. How they keep on trying to pull you back. With the words they're using against you. If you move away from this person, that's probably them trying to throw dirt on your name. Or talk shit about you. But also with emotional withdrawal here, you're not just taking away your emotions. You're taking away your thoughts, your energy, your heart, your love, your consideration, taking back your self-respect, your self-esteem, your confidence. Dang. It's like you're stripping away everything and leaving them high and dry and naked with nothing. Because that's how it's coming across. You're pulling all your love, focus, and attention away and bringing it back to where it's needed. And honestly, Pisces, it feels like yourself. So yeah, you know what? Even if you feel resonated with the crone energy, with this being your side message, I don't feel like it doesn't come across as you're going to be staying there for long. You may still end up finding strength to move away from this person, if not physically, at least on an emotional standpoint, where you just stop caring because you already have that intention of moving in a different direction. And again, even if it's not physically, definitely emotionally. Alright, now Pisces, this is what I have for you. I do hope you liked or at least gained some insight from the reading. If you did, please do hit the like and subscribe button, as there will be more videos to come. That being said, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye, Pisces.